the kind of like the tone, okay, the composed tone. So I'm trying to follow her as much as I can, because as I heard from lots of people that before try to speak, okay, like try to, whenever you are speaking, okay, try to hear also what you are speaking. Okay, so
Great.
that's yeah. Mhm. So my name is Fazan Sheikh and I am from Gujarat, Ahmedabad. I am passionate towards science stream, so which leads me to complete both my bachelor's and my master's in microbiology. And apart from my academics, I love to watch a web show. I'm always on to watch something thrilling web show, and I also love to explore the new skills, whether it's fitness or we can say communication, anything that
Mm-hmm.
sparks my curiosity. And I believe in both mental and physical well-being, so I
Mm-hmm.
make sure to learn every day so that I can be able to grow. So this is less and more about me, and I would love to know about you.
Yeah, and good to hear that.
Mm-hmm.
So, as you know, my name is Nootan and I'm from Mathura, and I have just
Mm-hmm.
started working as a teacher. It's been just 1 month.
Uh-huh.
And talking about my qualification, I'm graduate from commerce.
Uh-huh.
And yes, I'm blessed with two kids. So this is all. Thank you.
Wonderful. So you started working as a teacher, and it's been only 1 month, right?
Exactly.
Okay, so how's your experience?
It's I can say mixed feeling, you know. Somewhere
Mm-hmm.
it's quite exhausting. And
Mm-hmm.
on top of this, I feel really, you know, enjoying as it's a kind of different kind of experience I'm getting over there while working. And initially, I had been teaching to the teachers, like up to 15 days, I taught to the teachers, and now I'm
Mm-hmm.
teaching to the students. So it's
Okay.
really nice, but sometimes I need to just turn up my volume because I have to, you know, shout at them. They're not listening. They're kind of really naughty and showcase tantrum. Yeah.
Okay. So in teacher, it's quite obvious you have to rise your volume. That's how it's
Yeah,
work.
true.
And yep. And I'm grateful to see that I'm also a teacher.
Oh, yes, you didn't mention like what you
Yeah.
do, your profession.
As my profession, I'm a teacher, and I'm teaching biology to 11th and
Hmm.
12th class students, and I'm also
Hmm.
teaching 9th and 10th standard students also.
Hmm. Great. Good to
Yeah.
hear that.
So
Yeah.
that's the reason I took this initiative to improve my communication, because as a teacher you are accountable for it to improve your students knowledge as well as their communication. So first of all you have to refine your own communication. You have to like get a good command on your
Hmm.
communication. Then
Hmm.
you can make sure that make sure and you can assist them in a very well or a efficient manner so that they can also improve.
Yeah, exactly. True that. Hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah. So you speak really well. There's no doubt.
Uh,
And you have
so
a kind of, you know, mm,
uh-huh.
I can say there is a, mm, you're appearing really, you know, poised, and the voice is really, you know, it's not
Mhm,
really swaying here and there.
mhm,
It's
mhm.
totally, you know, poised, composed.
Uh, have you connected ever any with any YouTuber before?
So many time I have talked more than 500 people so far.
Okay, so that's a wonderful thing. And recently, I have started having a conversation, one-on-one conversation, and I can say this is like 10th session with you. I can say,
Hmm.
and in initial days, in offline, I can speak like a normal English language, and like sometime I find it too difficult to incorporate any advanced word in my communication. Okay, so that's the reason I think that I should start having conversation. And on I remember as I remember clearly, I vividly remember that on my first session I am so nervous that I'm not able to introduce myself clearly.
This happens, really
Yeah.
normal thing.
Yeah,
I can really correlate with this.
yeah.
Like
And the first,
earlier,
uh-huh.
these kind of feelings, and you can say somewhere struggling.
Hmm.
I have had so many times, so many times.
Yeah, and the lady, which is like, she is also having a good command on her communication, and she told me that it's quite obvious, and do you not need to worry about all these things? But after doing a mistake, you have to be consistent over this, and
Mm-hmm.
you do not have to stop over it. You have to continue and be consistent. Okay, start engaging more and more to the people so that
Exactly.
you can, yep, so that you can improve even a more better way. So that's the
Yeah.
reason, like, I try to connect every day with people, and now
Yeah.
I can
Great.
feel the sense of improvement. I can that I am able, like, uh, I do not have to think before what's
Mm-hmm.
happening, that I have to think too much before speaking. Now I can
Mm-hmm.
speak. Yep.
Yeah. Great. Great. Good to hear that. Okay.
Hmm.
So, can we talk on any topic? It's not kind of topic.
Hmm.
It's just a word.
Okay, so
Mm.
like one question I had for you, that
Yes.
what you believe? Do you believe that online conversation, or do you believe in an online conversation or offline conversation?
I really feel great wherever I'm connecting with people, be it online, be it offline. I feel really
Mhm.
comfortable and confident. I have become this much confident. I
Mhm.
can say just by speaking with people, I have amplified my confidence. Earlier, this was not the case with me, as I used to be really tentative, mediocre, always,
Mhm.
being fearful. But now I feel really comfortable. I can make an
Mhm.
eye contact with a smiling face. I feel really comfortable. It's a cakewalk for me.
Uh-huh. So, do you believe that eye contact, is a quite difficult job, making an eye contact while speaking with the person? Because
Nice
sometimes I
question.
find it difficult to make an eye
That's
contact.
I have been noticing
Yeah.
from the initial point
Uh,
when we start
uh, uh,
talking. We started talking that
mhm.
I could notice that time
Mhm.
at the same moment when we started talking that you're
Mhm.
not being able to do so. There's no like you're watching and seeing here and there. This happens. So normal thing, natural thing. You have to get into the conversation like this way. Talking
Mhm.
with the people as
Mhm.
it's your 10th conversation as you mentioned,
Mhm.
right? So like over time gradually you will become really comfortable with this, making an eye contact. It's not a really hard nut to crack.
Mhm. Wonderful. So, what inspire, like, as you teacher, as you told me that you are a teacher and you are teaching from the past 1 month. Okay. So I can feel you that you are speaking well. So
Thank you.
how long you have been learning this language?
Talking about conversational English videos and getting
Mhm.
into the conversation, talking with the people, interacting with the people like this way via video call. So it's been 7 months. And
7 months.
initial days, like in
Mhm.
initial days, I was really consistent. Like I used to talk with the people, let's say 7 to 10, audio, video, both. And I used to
Per
talk
day.
with the people, yeah, per day. Being a
Okay.
homemaker, I had been doing so.
Mhm.
And I used to speak this much that sometimes my voice became, totally hoarse, and
Mhm.
there's a sore throat, everything. Like I had been suffering, even though there was a kind of excitement, and I can say the feeling of contentment. Like I used to feel really, um, I just can't, like words failing me here. I just can't say things. Like I'm here speechless. Like the kind of feeling I used to have earlier, where I used to uh, like connect with the people and I would talk with them, I would
Mhm.
interact with them. So that helped me a lot. That magnified my confidence. And before and that, meaning 7 months ago, what I had been doing, I used to make my solo videos. Talking about my channel, so it's been I think more than 3 years since when I like embarked this journey, making
Mhm.
videos and uploading on YouTube. So yeah, that time I was really fearful, but the one aspect was here in my mind, in my heart. That was my passion, my willingness towards this language, and I retained that. But for 1 year, I took a break. I stopped everything. While I had been making my solo videos, I stopped
Okay.
everything. Not a
Okay.
single video I made. I was like, it's useless. I don't have to do it. Like somewhere I was not getting the result in the form of
Okay.
confidence level.
Okay.
I didn't have the courage to, interact with the people like this way, going
Mm-hmm.
out, let's say talking to the teachers confidently. I used to speak with the teachers like whenever it came to go to my kids' school for the PTM. So I
Mm-hmm.
would talk with them in English, but there was no confidence. Confidence level was nowhere to be seen that time. So this used to happen with me so many times. But now I feel really comfortable. You won't
Oh.
believe it's my third day, and I like today I'm talking with somebody, like talking with you, and it's like I had not been talking with anyone. I didn't take any session, be it
Okay.
audio, be it video, because I was really swamped with my own work as I like came back from the school, and then I went to somewhere with my husband. So I was totally like occupied. So today I got the chance to connect, and I just saw your message in the group, so I was like, let me connect.
Okay. So thank you for connecting with me.
Thank you.
And yep, the another question which I'm having for you is that recently I have started my YouTube channel and I uploaded only two video, and it's quite obvious that in initial days you are not going to get that much of the response. But how we can motivate ourselves that to upload more and more content on a YouTube channel, despite of not getting the response what we are expecting, because
Hmm.
it's quite difficult to stay motivated because like after uploading a video and sometime what's happen, you are going to see no results on the another day.
Happens.
So how to overcome that? Because you told
I
me
think
that
I think yeah. I think it's your, it's your feeling of passion and
Mhm,
the kind of connection with the language. To
mhm,
me, to be very honest, I feel like kind of connection. I'm not really great in this language. I'm not.
mhm, mhm,
The way I can speak, the way I can speak. That's it. But the thing is, I feel kind of connection with the language, and I can make that. Like I would not say I'm really eloquent speaker. There is a kind of lucid in my way of speaking. No, nothing. But the thing is, I can feel that kind of connection. So in the same way, I can say make a connection with the language and
mhm,
always feel that yes, the things you are doing, it's the best thing you are doing. Like you don't have to feel hopeless, and just don't you should not be having any kind of expectation. Once we have the expectations, so this means you are losing something. What you are losing that time? You're losing your that kind of confidence level that you have retained so far, because
mhm,
as you're not getting that result that you have already desired, you're not getting the views, something like that. So
mhm,
somewhere you are going to get swayed, get influenced, like no, I'm not getting the result, so it's futile to make so many efforts.
mhm. Obviously. Yeah, it's obviously futile if you are not getting the results. So, like, you are like having the mindset that all your hard work is going into the vein. So there is no mean to do all this thing because I can feel that editing and making thumbnail it's taking lots of effort.
Yeah, exactly. True that. You're spot on. Yeah. But the
Yeah.
thing is, what makes me do such things, the kind of willingness,
Mm-hmm,
fascination I can say towards this language. I used to read a dictionary earlier, like 15, 16 years ago. Back then,
mm-hmm,
I used to read dictionary as we didn't have the accessibility of, smartphone and something like that.
mm-hmm,
So that time I also would feel like there's a connection. When all the people they just hit the sect, and what I used to do, like open my dictionary and then search some words, and then I would write down in my diary. So sometimes I would learn them. I would like forgetting them. A lot of things I had been doing, but I was not really consistent. I was quite erratic in that. Same thing I'm doing nowadays. Like I'm not regular. But when it
okay.
comes to speak with the people, so I feel myself really blessed. That's something I'm doing, and I feel like I'm doing great. That is the best thing I'm doing, and it is the success for me. It is the only success I have achieved, a kind of success you can say.
Okay. So the another question is that in your case, what's work best, writing part or like listening part, writing part, or speaking part? because in some time, as I had a conversation with lots of people, and they have stated that in their in their the listening part is playing an essential role. They are
Hmm.
listening more and more rather than reading. They are
Yeah,
spending more
listening
time.
listening works better than reading.
Mhm,
That's really factual. And talking about three of the aspects, meaning writing,
mhm,
speaking, and listening, I think these three aspects are really plays a pivotal role. As if I tell you on the basis of my example, the things which I had been doing and I have been doing, so I
mhm,
can say I have done three of the things, and most of the thing I have talked. You won't believe, in a day,
mhm,
throughout
mhm,
the day, what I used to do, like talking with the people at least 3 hours, on a stretch,
mhm,
3 hours.
mhm.
So yes, it makes a difference. Being a homemaker, and I had been doing such things just because of my passion. I used to feel really that time, blessed and overjoyed, excited. Yeah,
So, are you teaching English as a subject?
not as a subject, I'm working there as a spoken English tutor. But the school is Hindi medium, so it's a kind of big effort. I'm like putting over there because they just don't understand. It is and I have to like make them understand things, from the nascent point, what is the grammar, specifically tenses, because they have so many problems in that. Once you are not clear with the tenses, so it's of no use
I can
because
completely
yeah.
resonate on this part because I
Hmm.
am teaching in an English medium school, and sometimes for the students it's difficult to comprehend. If I try to deliver the whole lecture in English only, so sometimes they find difficult to comprehend what I'm saying. So they are asking again
Exactly.
and again the meaning. Okay, so you
Hmm.
have to mix both like Hindi and English
Yeah,
as well. Yep.
exactly.
Okay. So have you ever been to Gujarat?
No, no, never ever.
Okay. So Gujarat is a beautiful state, and Ahmedabad is famous for its food and festivals, and it is a heritage city. So, like, I can suggest you should visit in future. And in
Yeah.
Gujarat, we have the world largest statue. You have already heard about it, the Statue of
Yes,
Unity.
yes, I have
It's,
heard. Hmm.
yeah. So
Have you
in
ever
future,
visited Mathura?
not Mathura. I think Mathura is in a UP, right?
Exactly. Hmm.
So, like, I have visited Agra, Itawa, and Firozabad,
Okay, okay.
Kanpur, Lucknow.
So many places.
Yeah, because my father and my mother, as I born and brought up in Ahmedabad only, Gujarat, but my
Hmm.
father and mother they belong to UP. So that's the reason.
Okay, great, great. So, if you done with your questions, so
Uh-huh.
may I?
Yep, yep. Go ahead.
Yeah, one thing I really like that the way you have been speaking, no, that's really
Mm-hmm.
impressive. You have, as I initially mentioned, that you have some kind of, the aspect of being poised, being composed in your voice, the kind
Mm-hmm.
of pace you have been taking with your words and the articulation of your words. That's really nice. So what is the reason behind this? What propelled you to get into such kind of things? Speaking in
Okay.
such a nice way.
So, like, I try to uh, listen the videos of the Sunita Rawat ma'am, and she had the kind of like the tone, okay, the composed tone. So I'm trying
Mm.
to follow her as much as I can because as I heard from lots of people that before try to speak, okay, like try to, whenever you are speaking, okay, try to hear also what you are speaking.
Hmm.
Okay, so
Great.
that's going to be play an impact role, and that's going to be like improve your communication, and you are going to like as we heard from lots of people, so like think twice before speaking. So
Yeah,
that's the
true
reason.
that.
Yeah. So first of
Hmm.
all, I took my time to think whatsoever I'm going to say, and then I try to like arrange, organize it in a more appropriate way, the best I
Okay.
can, and then I
Okay.
deliver. I try to deliver. Yep. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm on a
Great.
learning phase. I'm trying my hard every day to incorporate. And I love the way you are incorporating a new words, as I heard a lots of word and as like vividly and there are lots of word. I am writing it once in one, and after this session, I'm going to find the meaning and try to incorporate in my conversation whenever I'm having with someone.
Oh, great.
Uh,
Mm-hmm.
so I just wanted to know, like, what technique you are using for this, because I find it difficult to incorporate as I'm learning. For an example, I'm learning a new word, but I'm not able to incorporate. Okay,
Okay.
so yep, I have wrote more than like I can say 800 to 900 word. But if you are asking me now, I can only able to retain only 60 or 70 words,
I think that's enough.
and
The
like
main thing
I
is that
find
you have to
uh
utilize those words in your conversation.
and I sometimes I find it tedious job because I find it that I'm repeating the same word again and again. Okay, so how we
Mm-hmm.
can come this?
Talking about myself, so some of the words I find really interesting, kind of captivating. So I just
Mhm,
learn them. Like as I like come across any new nice words, so I just learn them. There are so many words, but if you ask like 10 words, give me 10 words.
okay.
So I might be not able to say the things.
Mhm,
Okay. But
mhm,
when it comes to, like talking about any topic, talking about the scenario, as you asked my journey. So
mhm,
there I knew like, okay, because that's somewhere, connected with my journey. So I know those words and I use them. And talking about any specific topic, it's not a like big topic because I'm not really into that. I don't have much knowledge about those topics. But
mhm,
yes,
mhm,
what I do whenever I have a conversation with anyone, so on the same like at the same time, what I do, something like hit into my mind, pop up in my mind, like okay, this word. Like
mhm.
I was about to say, but now it's been 22 minutes. There's a very nice word, discern, discern. So I
Could you
was
spell
about
it
to
for me?
use,
Could you spell it? Spell it for me.
yeah,
DIS.
DISCERN.
Okay.
That's mean parakhna in Hindi, parakhna.
Mhm, mhm,
Yeah, so there are so many words, like I talked on hypocrisy with a
mhm,
guy, and that video I uploaded. So this I do. I don't like prepare myself, and when I'm talking with anyone on such kind of words, substance, commodity, anything, any
mhm,
situation,
mhm.
so I just can correlate at the same time, and automatically words come up. And there are so many words I have read so far, so that those words are in my mind, but when it just hit me, poke me, then I'm being able to use them. But a lot of times I'm not really able to do so. I'm quite unable, but most of the time I'm able to do so.
Okay. So, like, I think the way you are using it, you are taking one topic and you are speaking on that topic. Okay, right?
Impromptu, it's impromptu without preparation.
Okay. So, like, you are organizing the thought in your own way by using the
Yeah,
vocabulary you have.
exactly.
Okay.
And the thing is, like, there is some kind of calculation and churning
Mhm,
going on at the same time.
mhm,
Like
mhm,
the word is hypocrisy. So what
mhm,
do you think about hypocrisy? And you can also take any example, any person who is kind of being hypocrite. So you
mhm,
can talk about that particular person, the thing that he has done with you, anything means anything. The main purpose here is just to make yourself speak in English. And the other thing is, which I really believe in, that it's a kind of mouth muscle exercise, because
okay.
the more you do, the better you can become in that. You can just accelerate this, and you can become really good at this language. So this I do, but it's been 3 days, as I earlier told you, that I was not into that. I was not taking the sessions and all, but I feel myself really blessed that at least I am being able to do so. I am holding the session, I can talk with you. You're the first one I'm talking with throughout the day.
Mhm,
I'm
mhm.
being able to do so.
Yeah, this is also my first session with you.
Mhm.
Yep. Today for today.
Okay.
Yep. Mhm. Okay, so that's a wonderful thing. And the another question which I have for you is that while you are teaching English in a school, okay, so
Hmm.
do you focus more on a grammar part?
It's just my initial time, I have to
Hmm.
make them understand what is tense is all about. Actually, they
Okay.
are
Yep.
not clear with the tenses rules. There is some problems in their mind, so
Hmm.
that's my duty, my responsibility to make them understand the way
Hmm.
I think about tenses.
Hmm.
How can I make them understand with the clarity? The articulation should be there, everything, explanation. So this I am doing right now, and after that I will be taking some words and some advanced structure. This I'm going to provide them to the students, and if I get the chance to teach the teachers again, so yeah, I will be doing the same thing as I taught to the teachers. So I really enjoyed, they were around, I think, 32 to 35 teachers sitting in front of me in the
Okay.
benches, and I was like behaving like a teacher. I was taking the classes. So many times they were like asking the questions, and some of them they were like kind of, they have some attitude because I was new that time,
Yep.
and they were like they had been working for a very long time, and it is she is taking our classes like this way. So they were like again and again asking the same question and making me feel really awkward, but I was really enjoying that. When I heard this for the very first time that I have to teach to the teacher, so I was totally became awestruck, really surprised, and
Mhm.
inwardly I was really happy, really ecstatic.
So that's a like wonderful thing. And to teach the teacher and like teaching the student is completely a different part. But teaching a teacher is like a quite difficult and yep. And simultaneously you can learn from them also. Okay, some
Exactly,
part.
exactly. And I removed all my fear. I had it was subtle. It was subtle. But somewhere I had some fear, dealing with them, interacting with them. I was like, okay, I can deal with them. I can handle those teachers at once. And this I did. I made them understand so many things, talking about the rules of tenses and giving them some, advanced structures and some vocabularies as well. A lot of things I did with the meaning, with the explanation. I did that.
That's a wonderful job. And yep, I will try to do so because in my school also some teachers find difficult to speak in English language,
Mhm.
but they are trying. The best thing is that they are trying despite of making the mistake. They are trying. So
Yeah.
we'll try to like I'm trying to more engage with them so that they can also improve.
Yeah,
So
this
any
should be,
tips would you
spirit. Mm.
so
This should be the spirit.
any
Yeah.
tips would you like me to give to teach my
How can I?
students?
You speak really well.
No, 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 no. As I'm thinking to start my own communication, like speaking classes. Okay. So, any tips would you like to give me that this should I keep in a mind?
I think I
This.
gave you. I give, when I talked about,
Uh-huh,
choosing some words,
uh-huh, uh-huh.
commodity, substance. Okay. Okay. Hypothetically, pen, pen.
Mhm,
There's a
mhm,
pen. What can you say about a pen? You have to ask to your students.
mhm, mhm.
At least they
Yeah.
should be trying. They should be trying to speak something, one sentence, two sentence, and in like gradually you can just escalate the timing and everything. Okay, but at least you have to take a head start, two sentence, three sentence, five sentence on particular word, commodity, object, anything. Yeah. Okay, okay, actually we have to wrap up the session because I cannot save this video.